Migration to the West has become a dream for many Africans, driven by hopes of better opportunities, stability, and long-term settlement. But for countless people, that dream quickly turns into frustration when they realize things aren't as straightforward as they imagined. Getting a visa or degree abroad doesn't automatically guarantee a job or settlement. Today, we'll explore some of the key reasons why many Africans struggle to settle down in the West, and, more importantly, what can be done differently to change that story. 1. Many come to the West through the student route. A large number of Africans who migrate to the West often do so through the student route. It's one of the most accessible pathways. But here's the issue. Many students simply choose the cheapest or easiest course available without giving much thought to what comes after. When you study in the UK, Canada, the US, or Australia, your goal should not only be to get the degree, but also to position yourself for opportunities that lead to long-term settlement. The truth is, not all courses are valued equally in the job market. If you study something that doesn't align with areas of skill shortage, you'll likely to struggle to find a job that qualifies for visa sponsorship. Western businesses won't sponsor you out of pity. They sponsor people who have skills that add value to their companies. So you must be strategic from the very beginning. Before paying for that course, research which industries have skill shortages. For instance, sectors like healthcare, technology, data analysis, and engineering often have high demand. When your qualification matches those needs, your chances of getting a job that leads to settlement increase significantly. Many Africans, however, ignore this advice and later realize that their qualification is not enough to get them sponsored. It's not about studying abroad, it's about studying smart. 2. Couples should plan strategically. When couples migrate, especially through the study route, they must be even more strategic. Let's say the wife is the main applicant coming to study, while the husband is her dependent. That's a common setup. But to make it work, the dependent must come prepared with a skill set that's in high demand. For example, if the husband has technical, healthcare, or trade-related skills that are on the shortage occupation list, his chances of getting a sponsored job increase dramatically. This means that even if the wife's course is a cheaper or less marketable one, the family still has a pathway towards settlement through the husband's employment. Sadly, many couples fail to plan like this. They both come without assessing what skills are in demand or how to maximize their combined potential. The dependent often arrives with no employable or in-demand skills, and they end up struggling financially and emotionally. The smarter approach is for couples to plan as a team, ensuring at least one person has a clear, realistic route to a job that leads to settlement. Migration is not just about moving, it's about moving strategically with purpose and foresight. 3. Testing the waters before leaving Africa. Before boarding that plane, it's wise to test the job market for your skills. Many Africans migrate without doing this crucial step. You can do simple research from your home country, go on LinkedIn or Indeed, and look for roles in your field in the country you're targeting. How many openings are there? How many people are applying? What qualifications and experiences are employers asking for? You can even create a test profile to apply for roles and see what kind of responses you get. This process gives you real insight into whether your skills are marketable or not. For example, being a doctor, engineer, or IT specialist in Africa does not automatically guarantee employment in the West. Some professions are heavily regulated, requiring additional certifications, while others are saturated with local candidates. By testing the waters, you can identify the gaps early and prepare alternative plans, Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. Maybe you'll realize you need to get an additional certificate, or perhaps your current skills aren't in demand and you need to pivot. Doing this research before leaving saves you money, time, and frustration. Sadly, many Africans skip this step and end up stranded, discovering too late that their qualifications are not as marketable as they thought. 4. When you can't find a settlement job, upskill, don't cut corners. After finishing their studies, many Africans become desperate when they can't find jobs that lead to settlement visas. In that desperation, some turn to fake certificates of sponsorship, COS, or even make false asylum claims. But these shortcuts are dangerous and often backfire. People lose money, face visa rejections, or even get banned. Instead of wasting your resources on scams or risky routes, invest in upskilling. Learn a new, practical skill that's in demand. For instance, professional driving, like HGV, truck, or bus driving, is in very high demand in some countries. These jobs may not sound glamorous, but they can provide a legitimate pathway to sponsorship and settlement. There are also vocational and technical skills, such as plumbing, electrical work, or cybersecurity, that can open doors faster than an academic qualification alone. The key is to stay flexible and think strategically. The goal is settlement, not pride. It's better to upskill and succeed than to lie and get deported. Use your time and money wisely to move closer to your dream legally and sustainably. 5. Avoid the overcrowded job markets. Another major mistake many Africans make is chasing after the same easy-to-get jobs, such as care work, warehouse jobs, or cleaning. These roles are heavily saturated because everyone is applying for them, both locals and foreigners. When thousands of people compete for the same limited roles, your chances of getting sponsorship drop dramatically. Employers in these sectors rarely sponsor foreign workers unless there's a unique need or you already have specific qualifications. To stand out, you must develop skills that few people have. For example, if you're in healthcare, specialize in an area that requires certification or advanced training. If you're in IT, learn cybersecurity, cloud computing, or data analysis. If you're in construction, master technical areas like electrical design or project management. The more specialized your skill, the less competition you'll face, and the more valuable you become to employers willing to sponsor you. Don't just look for what's easy, look for what's scarce. That's how you create real opportunities for settlement. 6. Don't neglect local experience and local insights. Many Africans prepare for migration by consuming only online information, YouTube videos, blogs, or social media posts. While these can be helpful, they don't always capture the full reality. Every person's journey is different, and local experiences vary by city, employer, and even immigration policy updates. That's why it's so important to talk to people who are already on the ground. Find trusted connections who have gone through the same process you're planning to take. Ask them specific questions about job searches, housing, visa processes, or cost of living. If possible, talk to multiple people and compare notes. You'll be surprised at how much practical advice you can get that's not available online. If you can afford it, pay for professional consultation. It can save you from costly mistakes later. Relying solely on the internet without verifying through local experience is one of the main reasons many Africans arrive unprepared. Always remember, information is power, but the right information is what makes the difference. 7. Final thoughts. Planning is everything. In summary, these tips are not meant to discourage migration, but to encourage strategic migration. The West offers great opportunities, but those opportunities are for people who plan wisely and move intentionally. Whether you're going as a student, worker, or dependent, the key is preparation. Choosing the right course, acquiring in-demand skills, understanding the market, and learning from others' experiences. Avoid shortcuts, avoid desperation, and stay adaptable. The dream of settling abroad is achievable, but it requires foresight, patience, and strategy. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle often comes down to planning. Don't just migrate, migrate smart.